'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm kind of wanting to do something new here, just a little bit. Kind of do a vlog every, month or so. I guess, just once a month. Maybe more at the beginning of the month, just to kind of tell you what's kind of going on, what I kind of plan on doing tests on and making videos of, things of that nature. Kind of a New Year's thing, because it's been a year. I've been doing this I've literally been putting videos up on YouTube for a year, which is kind of crazy to think about, honestly. Just for me, just in general, I'm just like, wow, I've been putting videos up for a year, a little over. I kind of really started doing it in December. Anyways, so yeah, I kind of want to do a vlog. I figured maybe it would force me to even, it really would force me to do it, to really keep up with it, and, put some of this stuff up. I know, all my tests and stuff are pretty popular with people that watch my videos, and in terms of that small number of people anyway. So yeah, so it's the 7th of January right now, 2018. So kind of my thing is here, Monday and Friday are going to be devoted to a NASCAR test. And so, we start the week with it, end the week with it. The idea here is, well, maybe not. Okay, well, so the reason I kind of spread them out, and I'd be like, oh, we'll do a test Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The reason that's so hard is because then it's like I have to do, of the videos I make, the test ones are usually the ones that take the longest to edit and stuff. So I figured I'd give myself time to really put the video together and actually make it good. The reason I don't maybe put it up on Thursday is put one up on Thursday, so you do Monday and Thursday. Thursday is usually the day I kind of go out and do things, which is actually I might end up switching some things around there. I don't know. I kind of want Tuesday and Thursday to be like a Project Cars day, or maybe a Assetto Corsa even, and then Wednesday is kind of like at least for right now, because obviously this is gonna not last forever. Of course, I could always, because it's right now it's NASCAR Heat 2. I kind of looking at a track, and I go and I kind of provide at least my own experience of driving around this track. Maybe it's not the greatest way, but it's my personal experiences of driving the track, what's better, what's not. I could always go, like when I do all the NASCAR tracks, I'd always go into Project Cars 2 and do this, maybe even some of the Assetto Corsa tracks. It's a lot more fun to do it with road courses because, there's a lot more to it. And, an oval, you can drive an oval in like 4 or 5 different ways, honestly. Maybe even more than that, really. It's not, obviously my channel is pretty much built on NASCAR stuff. And that's where most of my views are. So it's hard to be like, well, I want to do this too. I like to just do racing stuff. And part of my thing is I know so much, I've done so much work with NASCAR games, and I've done so much work on ovals, that even trying to do a road course is just not my nature to really do. They're just it's different, and it's kind of like trying to read information is different, and I've kind of been trying to learn it a little better because I'm just not as good at it. There was a comment on my last video with the high versus low tire pressure. My thing was, I know, it's obvious that it should be obvious. I mean, maybe it's not obvious for everyone until it's told to them. When tire pressure is low, it's going to have more tire on the ground, more friction, more grip, obviously. But obviously more friction will slow you down. So when you have more tire pressure, there's less tire on the ground, so therefore you can go faster. But you have less grip because you have less tire on the ground, which is kind of the thing here. What's better? Is it better to have more grip, or is it better to have more speed? Because sometimes you need the grip, which is the next test, which is actually going to be on Friday. It's not going to be the next test, but on Friday I'm going to go to Martinsville, the shortest, flattest track there is, and I'm going to find out if you still want high pressure because this game is kind of funky. You know it. Even like on a road course, even at New Hampshire, which New Hampshire is a little bit bigger, and both types of tracks involve higher speeds than at Martinsville, which is probably the thing here. Like if you get your tire pressure too low, like the game literally just slows you down, and it kind of doesn't make sense, but it kind of does, and it's probably just because there's a little bit more speed involved in the straightaways. But it's like I should be able to get through the corner so much better having lower tire pressure, that having high tire pressure shouldn't, like the speed you gain from higher tire pressure shouldn't matter. But it's not really the case. So you don't really, it's just like this game is just weird, and I don't know if it's like good with that or not, because I don't really know what that's like in real life, but I do know the tire pressures that they would use in real life are lower than what I would use in the game to have speed. And it's kind of just, I hate it, because it's like the car would handle actually so much better being low, but you lose so much speed from it that it's like not even worth it. You almost just want to drive a crap car just because it has a little bit more speed in it. Bad tire wear, like it would last a while, but it just would not be an ideal car to drive. But anyway, back to the comment that was left on that video. So tomorrow, it's going to be kind of like I'm just going to run a basic setup, and I'm going to do it at Atlanta. I think Atlanta's a good place to do it because of the fact that you can run wide open there. And then I'm going to run side-by-side view. One side's going to be running as hard as I can, not really, basically never letting off the throttle for a full fuel run on ×4. And then the other one, I think I'm going to run maybe half a second slower. Just, slow down a little bit. Try to make it so that the car feels comfortable in all the way through the corner. Maybe drive like Kevin Harvick type lap, which I was doing when I kind of did a closer look at Atlanta, like, dive in there, let it roll through the center, and then get into the throttle. Driving the car like you're supposed to, but you can't do that because the game hates that for some reason. So that's, I hope that should be pretty interesting. And then I have it's gone now, whatever. So last week looked at Mid-Ohio. I'm going to go to Sonoma. I think I've already got it recorded. Not the face part, not talking, just driving for Sonoma. Sonoma's one of my favorite tracks ever to drive on. I'm not like the fastest driver of it in the world, honestly, but I really like it, and I generally can consistently drive the track like fairly well compared to, say, the Mid-Ohio one I did, or the Canadian Tire, which are tracks I've never driven on until this game. Sonoma's not that track. Sonoma's a track I've driven on in like 4 different games and done all right. Like I've won races just because I can stay on the track. It's just one of those tracks where I just really like. Same with Watkins Glen, which will be next week after Sonoma, which is another one of those. And it's not quite as fun of a track, but it's still one of those tracks I just know so well that it works. So I'm not sure there's a whole lot more in terms of the tire pressure. I'm going to do the one with the short track, and I want to compare, I think I'm going to do it in Atlanta again. I want to compare low tire pressure versus high tire pressure in the long run. And I'm going to do that next Monday. I want to do that after the pushing, like if I'm pushing the car. And the reason I want to do that is because I want to use, so if in the long run, if you're pushing your car and it's causing bad handling, and then you don't push the car so hard, and it allows for way better tire wear, well, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to see if there's a difference between that, whichever one of those is better with low or high tire pressure. Well, low and high tire pressure, side by side. And then after that, kind of maybe finishing out the month even of January, I'm gonna kind of want to look at springs in general. I've already done, I think, 1 or 2. Well, I've done 2 of them. Really just with the split in general, but I think I want to look at, maybe some more advanced stuff with that, and soft or stiff. This game is kind of funky if you get too soft with the springs. Maybe stuff with a sway bar, putting a sway bar in there, things of that nature, because a lot of setups are pretty much the same, and that's annoying. There's no fun in that at all, of like just literally like you never change hardly anything. So it's just not fun when you do that. You know, we kind of want to go and explore if there is an advantage to, you know, soften the springs a little bit for a place like Indianapolis, because in real life I know they will not necessarily run as stiff of springs as they would run at, say, Atlanta. You need some softer springs in order to have a little bit better grip through the flat corners, but they're not going to be so soft that you lose a bunch of speed going down the straightaways. So that's kind of the deal there. So, you know, that's kind of January in a nutshell. So, you know, Project Cars 2, like, I'm still learning the setups there. I did a last video, I did it on like the sway bar. It actually ended up getting a dislike, but that's okay. You know why? Because I know maybe it wasn't good. I wish I kind of knew what was bad about it. It was like, you know, I think I've already said it. Road courses are just weird to me. I need to research like how to understand tire temps for a road course, because I'm you know, A+ when it comes to an oval. But when it comes to road courses, it's like, I don't know. I mean, so I need to do my own research on that. But I wanted to kind of go in a little bit more for the, you know, through that stuff. Kind of a Thursday thing, probably. I might switch that to Tuesday, because on Tuesday right now, something I want to do, and I think you might actually end up liking, because sometimes I like to get into my career but not record it, because I feel like when I record it, then I'm trying too hard, and it just doesn't usually end up good. Sometimes the races are good, sometimes they're not. Sometimes AI are tougher than other times. It's kind of weird. So on Tuesday, I've recorded a replay that was where I was pretty much in the back. I qualified and pretty bad actually, but I was able to work my way back to the front. And it was like a 15-minute race. It was as long as it was, you know, 15 minutes in the Janetta Juniors, and it was a track that was, for some reason, like, I felt like I was driving as hard as I could, but the AI were just like so much faster, which is probably partly in the setup as well. Just because, you know, I really need to study the road course setups a little bit more, I think, just for in general, because I kind of know what you would do for a stock car, but that only seems to work for a stock car. If I try to do it for any other car, it just doesn't work very well. So, you know, it's just stuff I got to work on, obviously. I'm going to kind of commentate the race, essentially. You know, kind of get excited when something happens, be like, you know, oh my God, he made a move, or, oh, we got a penalty, stuff like that, you know. And maybe even just, you know, kind of have a conversation to nobody, you know. You know, it's kind of be like a chill session, basically, as well. So I think that would be kind of cool. I was thinking about doing that on Monday as well with, like, a NASCAR race, but then I was like, man, there's so many tests I can do, like there's so many tests I want to do even, that I just was like, I can't do that. Like, I got to do these tests, you know. There's like always a test to do. I've done so many of them, and there's so many more to do. So it's, you know, that's kind of where that went. So I think I'll go ahead and wrap it up there. I mean, sometimes I might do these videos. I might do them like in my car, you know, be like, well, I'm gonna go wash my car, which I need to wash my car, but it's just too cold. I'm like, you know what, Wednesday's gonna be like 50 degrees. I'm gonna go do it then. You know, sometimes I might do it. I mean, hell, I might just drive. You know, just go somewhere, just go nowhere. You know, there's all kinds of places around where I'm at here that are there's just nobody there. It's just empty. It's just woods. You know, just drive there and drive back. Just talk. So I think that could be fun. You know, and also it kind of just provides, you know, this time for, you know, y'all to kind of, you know, see kind of person I am even. I mean, it kind of sounds selfish, I guess, but I will never know anything about any of you, really. I mean, you're just there, you watch my stuff, and that's kind of that. It's really your choice whether or not you want to interact with me, and the more you interact with me, the better stuff I can put out. So that's, you know, that's that. So maybe I guess I just kind of feel like if I interact with you like this more, maybe the more you'd want to interact with me. But, you know, there's links in the description of every single video here. I've got my Twitter, I've got Discord, I've got the Facebook page, I can even put my Instagram on there. Discord, if I haven't said that yet. And the thing I really like about Discord is, you know, like I could actually chat with you. You know, if you have the ability to do that. I mean, you can get an app on your phone for Discord, and then you wouldn't even need earbuds or anything. Like you could just use the phone, like, But even like on the computer, which is what I use for it, anything like that, like I could actually talk to you, and maybe if I have more people that really get involved with that, like I would go into it. There's a room I have set up, like I would just sit in the room while I'm playing games or something, and just be there and be like, somebody come in and be like, hey, what's up? And I'd be like, hey, what's up? You can ask questions, have conversations, do whatever. Fortunately, that's something I can kind of provide at this point, just because I don't have a million subscribers and a million people out watching my stuff. So, with that, just trying to get some more interaction with you, so maybe you can interact more with me. But hopefully, all in all, that would help me provide better videos for you. It'd help me get more stuff out in a better, more organized fashion, and overall, a better environment for everyone out there. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you know when I do put stuff up. And hope all y'all have a wonderful day.